Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here and welcome back to West of Loathing. Since the last episode, I went and made sure that there are other places, and I didn't really, look into them, but the map I looked at showed a bunch of places right up here. So there are definitely some up here, it's just a matter of getting them to be discoverable, I guess. Also, between this episode and the last, I adjusted my outfit a little bit. I went ahead and took away the meat and gain items here, and went ahead and put things that actually give us stats, since the fights over here are quite a bit harder. Went ahead and put on the Cow's Eye Ring for 11 muscle, and the large plush bear for muscle and melee attack. So hopefully that will help us out a little bit. Also, with what we've got equipped in our edibles, consumables, or whatever, we've got Mysticality and Moxie up into the 60s too, so hopefully that will help as well, because it was the Mysticality and Moxie enemies that were giving us the most trouble, doing just a ton of damage to us. But in any case, I don't think there's anything for it but to just wander and hope to find a new location. Let's see, you hear a shout in the distance behind you and a thunder of hooves. A riderless horse is racing towards you, reins flapping. Grab him. You manage to snag the reins as the horse sprints past and are yanked out of your saddle. The horse drags you for maybe 100 yards before you get your legs under you and put up a fight, eventually haul the beast to a stop. Tired and bruised, you lead the horse back to where its owner is panting up the road towards you, a massively overweight man who is sweating profusely in the desert heat and smells like a dead cheese. No wonder the poor horse was so eager to get away. Almost wish I'd let it go now. Well, that wasn't a new place. Alright, another cow thing. If we don't find a place soon, I may just go back to Dirtwater to manufacture some of this new infernal hide we've got. But anyway, let's attack it. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, gets it done. Good deal. More infernal leather. How much infernal leather have we got, actually? Let's see. Only 3. I would like to have like 6 or 7 before I actually went back there, but let's keep on wandering. If this keeps on for a while and we don't find anything new, I may just cut a bunch of this wandering out if it's not interesting. More El Vibrato stuff. Oh! Just put a battery in a monolith and get energized. Sweet! That should help more with fights too, as long as we don't need to sleep in the near future and get rid of it. Okay, more El Vibrato. This time it's a fight. The old 1, 2, 3 can take care of that. Single enemies are no trouble. We just 1, 2 through them and they're gone. It's when there's 3 or 4 that we start having issues. Alright, well, I will see you guys when either we have enough leather to justify going to craft, or we find a new location. Alright, this is new, I think. We found a wooden cross stuck in the ground with the word "some jerk" carved in them. I guess it's a grave? Grave dirt and handful of loose teeth. We've still not found any stardust for that ritual that we can perform at the Daveyard either. So that's another thing that would be nice to come across. Alright, this seems like another new encounter. With a spooky combination of hissing, chattering, and clanking, an ancient skeleton rises out of the sand in front of you. He's wearing dented and rusted antique armor and a long handlebar mustache. Must be an ancient explorer or would-be conqueror. Hopefully the former, because he doesn't seem to have been that good at the latter. How does your mustache stay on? Do you use glue? Well, we have a thing going, so let's intimidate him. You think you can defeat me? You can't even conquer this country, and look at it. It's just flat dirt with sand on top. Just a big old pile of sand. You got beat up by a cat's litter box. You're pathetic. Get out of here. The skeleton hangs his head sadly and trudges away, presumably to walk home across the ocean floor. Well, good riddance. Alright, a new goblin encounter. Off to the side of the trail, you spot a goblin digging in the sand with a little shovel and pail. Hello, I am clams digging. Clams? Clams not being in desert? Clams is ocean things. Haha, showing what you knowing. Talk to him. Clams ocean fish being, like slugs with shells having, not in deserts. Oh yes, smarty human. Looking at this then. They pull a large piece of shiny abalone shell out of their pail. which, while not exactly a clam, is indeed an odd thing to find in the desert. Well, let's take it from him. So angry about desert clam, I will beating you up. What? Oh no! Giving shell to me and going away instead. Oh, okay, yes. The goblin gives you the seashell and scampers away in fright. Abalone brooch? Oh, mysticality. If we ever need to balance out our stats for damage prevention, that would be useful. However, it's only just barely better than what we're wearing in our lapel slot, so... Okay, another new encounter. You come to a treacherous canyon. Fortunately, someone has thoughtfully provided a log for you to cross on. Unfortunately, it isn't as wide as your horse. Well, carefully lead the horse across. We have enough muscle we could have carried it across, I guess, if it could support both our weights. You and your horse carefully tiptoe across the log. I wish we could show you what a tiptoeing horse looks like, because I bet it's real weird. I bet it is too. Alright, looks like we can get another energized perk. Let's do it. Sweet. Now we got +8 to all our combat stats. Alright, another new one. You come to a fork in the road. A pair of twins are standing near a sign that says, "Warning, vicious bears." You ask the guys which path is safe, and they say they'd be glad to tell you, but one of them always lies and the other always tells the truth. I mean, we use mysticality, but that's an easy riddle. You suggest kicking both men repeatedly in the junk until they can agree which is the correct path, and they both point to the left. That's much more entertaining, though. I've been wandering around here for a while, and we've yet to find a new place, and there are up through here. I wonder if we need to do something to trigger finding things up here? Excuse me for a second. I'm just going to see if I can find any information on that. Alright, so turns out that what we need to do is that flyer we found in Frisco. I never took a look at it. What was it even called? Alright, here it is, comedy flyer. This will reveal a location, and apparently it's better to wander around the place that this thing takes us to than where we're at now. It seems that you can discover things better from this thing. Okay. You read the garbage. It turns out to be a flyer for a comedy shack up north of Frisco. You jot down the location on your map, then throw the flyer away. You discover a new map location, Wasco's Comedy Shack. Okay, well, that's definitely new. Let's go there. Okay, I guess it makes sense that things right around here would be easier to find from the Comedy Shack since it's dead in the center. You see wisps of smoke rising... You see wisps of smoke rising above the pines nearby and spur Shadow over to investigate. The source is a little shop nestled deep in the forest, almost as though the proprietor doesn't want customers to find it. You jot down the location on your map so you don't forget where it is. You have discovered Holloways Hideaway. Let's divert. Since we didn't have to wander to find it, let's go ahead and go to the hideaway. It's probably the northernmost to the east there. Looks like Alice has got something to say. What do you say, Alice? Alice stops and sniffs the air. You smell that? No. It's real faint. I only caught a whiff, but there's a distillery nearby. Good grief, Alice. It's like you've got super wino powers. Hey now, I object to being characterized as some kind of lush. I am a connoisseur of only the finest of hooches. Clearly evidenced by your referring to them as hooch. But anyway, let's check it out. Moonshine still. Okay. What do you think we should do next? Looks like you saved the day, Tev. I knew you had it in you. Shucks, I couldn't have done it without you, Alice. Come on, let's go check out the final cutscene. I sure hope there's a happy ending. I love a happy ending. Sure. So we can actually end the game now, but I don't really want to. Can we shovel this? We sure can. Squirrel droppings. It's nasty work, and you're not entirely sure why you're doing it all the way out here in the wilderness. It's cause 1 EXP is very precious to me. And maybe we can get an achievement / perk for shoveling enough squirrel poop. Well, this place looks horrible. What have you even got to sell? Nothing? At all? Anything in the barrel? Used to have pickles in it, now it has nasty old pickle juice. Went to school with a guy one time who would drink pickle juice straight. I mean, if he likes it, that's fine, but not me.
Oh, howdy. Name's Holloway, Hab Holloway. Sorry for the chittering. I ain't seen another person in a long time.
You know what? Those several items we've been finding with the initials HH on them, I wonder if they belong to this guy. That's not surprising. This place is pretty secluded. What do you do here?
Mostly I sell pine cones to squirrels.
He frowns. Huh. Well, alright, if there's any money in that. How do they pay anyway? Holloway chews on something he had stored away in one of his cheeks. Is your spirit animal a squirrel? Oh yeah, H. Holloway, I found this silver pin. We found other things too, didn't we? Does it belong to you?
Oh, dang it, I was hoping not to see that again. I locked that up with the keys inside on purpose. Too many bad memories. I appreciate the intention, that's real kind of you, but go ahead and keep it.
Is it something to do with why you live all the way out here with squirrels?
I just don't feel comfortable in regular society no more.
You and me both, sir. Is it something to do with this old pickaxe that also has your initials on it? And I found it in the same mine your pin is from.
Oh my god, no. I didn't do nothing.
He starts chattering wildly in squirrel. Did you kill a bunch of people with this thing? Wow, whoa, okay, sorry, I'm putting it away, never mind. Holloway grabs a paper bag from under the counter and hyperventilates into it for a bit. Eventually he calms down, though he still has kind of a wild look in his eyes.
So, welcome to my shop. What can I do for you?
Are you Buffalo Bob? Are you a serial killer? Let me see what you're selling. Thought we had more than just those two items, but I guess not. Clip-on bow tie. You would never wear this, but maybe you'll find a child that needs help getting ready for a funeral. That definitely sounds like something that would happen out west. Or maybe that was an alternate way to solve the bow tie guy back at the fort. Peanut butter? God, I love peanut butter. This is a jar of Gimlet peanut butter, a brand primarily noted for arguments about how to pronounce it. According to the manufacturer, it rhymes with Himlet. That helps a ton. Moxie buy 3? No thank you. Let's buy all these needles, even though I'm pretty sure we're flesh. 7 meat a pop is nothing. Pickaxe? No thank you. Pine cone. Pine trees use them for reproduction, animals use them for food, and grandmothers use them for making little decorative owls. I don't know why we would ever want it, but I don't have one, I don't think, so buy it, and they're unlimited. Okay, well, thank you very much, Holloway. Is there any other conversation we can have? Apparently we need to find some more things. Will this take us any further? Go ahead and keep it. Okay, well, it feels like there's more to the... Oh, we can go behind. Holloway chews on something... Okay, see you later. Can we not... Guess we can't get to the shelves? Boxes of pine cones back there. Yeah, there feels like there's more to this place. But like I said, I guess we need to find more of his stuff. Let's go to the Moonshine still. Your transponder bleeps at you. Alright, well let's go kill some El Vibrato stuff. Okay, another battery. That's good. We've used a few, but still pretty well stocked on them. Alright. It's a jar of moonshine under the spout. Take it. Jar of moonshine. Which I could have looked at out there, but I keep forgetting that for whatever reason. New, please. Oh, frick yeah. 9 to all of the M stats? Made from real moon. I bet it is. I don't have enough liver capacity for that. Huh. How's our EXP doing? 2,000. I mean, it's enough to raise once. But we need at least 3 to potentially get another liver capacity, because Grit's at 9. And going up to 10 isn't going to give us another stomach capacity. I wonder if 3 is just the absolute max you can get. Well, we might as well max out the old 1, 2, 3. I'm never going to put any points into Menacing Moo, so sorry to anyone who was hoping I would. I'm just not going to. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. What do you think about this place, Alice? What's this thing?
Well, it looks like a whiskey still, except weirder, and there's some extra bits I don't recognize.
Big surprise that you turn out to be an expert on stills.
Hey now, I am a doctor, remember? I know a thing or two about chemistry, and a still is basically the second simplest application of chemistry equipment there is, after a coffee pot.
I thought a Bunsen burner was the simplest application of chemistry equipment, but anyway. Well, that's not a lot of information. I see some other stuff over there, but I was looking for foraging. Can't go off to the side. It's a still for turning moon into moonshine. Oh, we've got moon bits. Yes, I'll take more moonshine. Abso-freaking-lutely. Have we got any more moon bits? I think we only got one. Yep. Well, this place is useful if we find some more moon bits. Really want some more liver capacity, but it is not to be, at least not at present, so let's make our way down to Wasco's Comedy Shack. More El Vibrato. Well, this is different. The monolith is dark. Oh no, it's just another battery. Get another +4/+4. Sure. I think we've only got 2 batteries left, though. That's a mighty fine banjo picking there, Wasco. Know any good jokes, Alice?
No.
Come on, everyone knows at least one joke.
What's the difference between a nephrologist and a urologist? A urologist is a surgeon, whereas a nephrologist specializes in kidney diseases and disorders that have non-surgical treatments.
That isn't very funny.
Urinary tract health is no laughing matter.
Yeah. Funny, haha, yuck yuck jokes, oh my. I don't know how good you are at telling jokes, but you're pretty decent at that banjo. Nice hat, too. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Wasco Shafter's the name and comedy's the game. Are you here for a real thigh-slapping good time? Oh, we have to pay? Well, I guess that's fair. Hit me. You hand over Wasco. You hand over the meat and Wasco clears his throat. Okay, so a skeleton walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Wait, it's a horse, not a skeleton, sorry." Anyway, after that, the bartender asks the horse, "Hey, why's your face so long, buddy?" Wasco takes a bow. Want to hear another one? Alright, hit me. Hope it's better than that one. Alright, a guy walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve goblins here." Oh wait, I forgot to mention the guy's a goblin. Anyway, the end. Oh my god. Want to hear another one? Sure, hopefully we get an achievement for listening to this guy so much. Okay, here's a good one. Take my wife. Please. Not only are your jokes awful, your delivery's really bad. Please. Okay. Want to hear another one? I guess. Anyway, I just flew in from Canada, which is weird, right? Because people don't fly, except for in balloons or gliders, I guess. We don't have actual airplanes for at least another couple of decades anyway. Want to hear another one? Sure. I guess we could tell him he's real bad. Okay, so a guy walks into a bar and he asks for a beer and a mop. And the bartender says, "What's the mop for?" And the guy replies, "Because I'm a skeleton." That one makes no sense whatsoever. Boy, it was really cold yesterday. You're supposed to ask how cold it was. Want to hear another one? Wasco? No, we're going to keep going. I'm just going to keep pounding through this. We're not even going to read the jokes anymore and see if we get an achievement. Oh, that's not a joke. That's a riddle. That's the riddle of the Sphinx. Alright, now he's repeating himself. Okay, so apparently we're not going to get a achievement for this or a perk, so Wasco, you're real bad at this. You know what? You should probably go to Dirtwater and join our band. What? No, I'm not. You're bad at the stuff you do. Dumb things, probably. Come on, let me tell you another. Seriously, you aren't good at comedy.
Shut up, I got great jokes.
No you don't.
But what about
Your timing is terrible.
timing?
I'm telling you, you sincerely should quit.
All right, fine, I admit it. I can't tell jokes worth a darn, but what else am I supposed to do, though?
Well, you're a pretty decent banjo player. The jewel in Dirtwater could use a banjo.
Huh. Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Can't be much worse. Which reminds me, we do need to go back to Dirtwater at some point and check out the band. We've never found Bill a wife either, have we?
Huh.
Anyway, he packs his belongings into his hat and waves goodbye before heading out. Cool.
Can we go into the shack?
Is it just a facade? Alright, well, whatever it is, we got wandering to do. Please, new areas? Well, no, cows.
Oh, that's a new cow.
And it's a very weak new cow, an ice ungulith. Why are you in the desert? Well, either way, wish we'd got some infernal leather from it. Okay, your eye catches a small wooden object at the side of the trail and you stop to take a closer look. Turns out some kid lost their bandolore, what you would call a yo-yo, but the modern patent for that won't happen for another couple of decades. Some bandolore tricks. 40 moxie. You spend a few minutes planet hopping, looping the loop, and three-leaf clovering. It sure will be nice when they invent one of these that can sleep properly so you can split the atom and bite the pants. Sure. And wander? No, I was beginning to worry we wouldn't find anything else. As you're riding along, you're suddenly nearly bowled over by the smell of flowers. You follow your nose, well, technically you direct Shadow to follow your nose, and find a delightful little home nestled among the trees. You discover Olive Garden's homestead. Uh-huh. Stop and smell the flowers. Well, there are some cacti to harvest. You probably shouldn't go traipsing through this woman's garden without getting permission. Why are we so, concerned with taking people's stuff all of a sudden? The whole game we've just been taking things willy-nilly without caring, and then here in the last couple of episodes, our character here seems to have grown a conscience. Well, whatever. Hey, I forgot to ask a neighbor to water my herb garden when we left Boring Springs. Oh well. You have a garden? I didn't see it. It's behind the house. Ah. Probably was already neglected due to your being a shut-in and drinking yourself to death. Howdy. Howdy, stranger. My name's Tev. Howdy, Tev. I'm Olive. Olive Garden. Nice garden you got here, Olive. Why, thanks. Looks delicious. Oh, I don't grow 'em to eat. I just grow 'em to grow 'em. In fact, if you got the know-how, you're welcome to harvest anything you like. Thanks. Sure thing, huh? Sure thing, hun. Why, I'm always happy to meet another cactus aficionado. You like cactuses, right? Did you know there's more than 2,000 different breeds of cactus, all different shapes and sizes, and all different colors of flowers, too? Well, I'll be. I bet I got a breed of cactus you've never seen before. If you know what sort of cactus to look for, they'll help you survive out in the desert for quite a while, too. They collect and store a lot of drinkable water, and several varieties bear edible fruit. That's fascinating. And that's even before we get into their medical uses. Did you know if you sterilize cactus spines over hot coals, you can use them for sutures? Although you'd have to be careful because there's a couple breeds whose spines are actually venomous. Well, I'll be darned. Did you know that saguaro cactuses, those are the tall ones with the arms, that you probably picture when you think about cactuses, generally live to be 160 or 170 years old, sometimes as old as 200 years. Heck, they aren't even considered adults till they're 125. Gosh. You'll probably think I'm silly, but I think of these cactuses as pets. They're like my big green prickly children, though a lot easier to take care of, obviously. Yeah? At what point? Oh, I guess right here we get to offer. People probably think of me as that weird cactus lady that lives outside of town, but that don't matter to me as long as I've got my needle babies. You know, if you love cactuses so much, why don't you marry one? Tev,
You are definitely not the first person that suggested that, and I'll tell you what, I would absolutely positively marry a cactus if I could find one that wanted to marry me.
Alright, I'll see what we can do about that. I think I can definitely find one that would want to marry you, and, you know, thanks for the permission. Not that I really use these things that much. Coffee cactus. Northern clownwort? Have we had these before? Resistance to elemental damage? I think that may be the first of those that we found. We found lots of Hagar's agave. Wonder if that's Sammy Hagar. Shockweed. Yeah, we've had that before. These look new too. Frisco Poppy. This once prolific but now rare species of poppy only grows in the area around Frisco despite the protests of the other native flora who don't want it to grow in their backyard. Mysticality by 11. Sure. So should we head back to Dirtwater? Huh. Kinda want to get some more infernal leather before we head that way, so let's go ahead and... Nope, you know what? Bill's waited long enough. He deserves a little happiness, and so does that cactus lady. I can't even remember her name now. Hey, Bill.
Howdy. Say, I don't reckon you found me a cactus lady yet. I have found just the gal for you, Bill. Do you mean it, Tev?
Sure do. She's a cactus-loving lady named Olive Garden, and she's a real peach of a cactus lady. You give Cactus Bill directions out to Olive's ranch, and he hitches a ride on the very next passing stagecoach. Godspeed, Cactus Bill. We'll have to go back there and visit. First, though, I think we should probably go check out what's going on in the theater in here. That sounds pretty freaking good. Looks like it may be full up, too. I don't really see room for any more members. Alright, would have loved to have got that guy's hat, though. That is cool. Well, since we're here, we probably also should go ahead and do some infernal leather crafting. See what all that's about. Alright, infernal leather, please. A hammer plus 11 muscle using a bone. Well, that's better than the hammer we got. I'm more interested in raising our stats, though, like to prevent damage. Pants plus 1 max AP on fire? Huh. Plus 7 stomp damage on fire. That's just a straight upgrade. I guess it sets things on fire? I don't know. I don't know what that does. These boots are inscribed with evil magical glyphs that were already inscribed on the leather you made them out of when you found it. Deals 7 extra damage. Also, the damage is hot and sets targets on fire. So does the clothing give us hot resist? Is that the deal? Holy jeez. That's a good bag there. However, we're going for stats at the moment. Maybe I'll want it eventually. Ungulith horn gloves, spooky damage using horn. Infernal lassos. Let's make a hat. That's just straight up better than what we've got. No, this just makes our melee attacks set enemies on fire. Okay. Nice. Then, don't think we want the pants, because the pants we've got on have muscle on them. Maybe... Huh. Let's go ahead and make the bag. We may use it eventually if we get our stats up high enough. And then... might as well just make the hammer. It's the only other thing that seems potentially better than what we've got. Just plus 11 muscle and more damage for sure. You wouldn't think a leather hammer would pack so much of a punch because there's a thing called a leather punch, you see, and it's... I gotcha. I understand. Oh, we do have more infernal leather. I thought that was all we had. Okay, then. So, make the gloves? Because I really still think I don't want the pants. Ungulith horn gloves. Spooky damage. Same damage as our hammer we made, but the hammer has muscle. The only thing worse than getting punched is getting impaled, and the only thing worse than that is both at the same time. And now we're out of infernal leather. Well, that's fine, and I keep clicking the wrong thing. Let's go in here. I guess we do want to replace our hat with the new Infernal hat, even though this one doesn't have cold resist. We took care of that ice ungulith pretty easily. I think Metal of Adequacy is the best thing we've got there. The hammer is worse than this hammer, so let's do that. We could equip that right there, but I think we're going to stick with the bear. And I never replaced our chastity pants. I've been wearing those this whole time. Oh, that's a waste. Yeah, let's put on the smoldering pants, thank you very much. And then we want our new boots, even though we lose a little bit of speed. There we go. Seems okay to me. And then we will head on back to the Comedy Shack, since it's pretty well in the middle. Maybe we'll even discover a new place along the way. Or just find a makeshift grave that we're going to dig up. Not from around here, but a real square little fella. Oh, an engagement ring? Just sell it. Alright. Wonder where we'll find Stardust. Or if we will find Stardust. That was something we found super early in the game, the ritual, to have yet not been able to complete it. All of a sudden you're being attacked by a vaguely cow-shaped ice sculpture. Well, we fought one of those already. It's not much of an issue. And really not an issue now. Let's do one more wander, see what we find. More El Vibrato stuff. Alrighty. And I think that we're going to call it here for this episode. I'm pretty sure there are more things to find up here. There's certainly a lot of open space left. But we will continue our trek to do that in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments, and by leaving a like below, it really does help tremendously. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.